Welcome to the next 52 circles. Now prompt is grids, and this time I'm going to start with some paper, just different types of paper, and I'm going to stitch with a straight stitch to make some grids on the surface of the paper. So I haven't drawn them out. I don't want them to be too precise, and the size of the squares that I'm going to create on each piece of paper will vary. I'm just going to scrunch the paper up here to make it a little bit more malleable, and then I'm carefully going to rip away sections of the squares that I've created. Obviously, because the straight stitch has gone over the top of each other, it keeps it secure in that grid pattern, so I can just rip elements away because I want to create a layer of grids where you can see through to the layer underneath. Next up, I've just got some sugar paper and I've ripped that into lines. And again, using a simple straight stitch on the machine, I'm just going to secure those together to make an open grid, quite large gaps in between, because I think this is going to be the top layer of my collage once I put these elements together. So just laying down those strips of paper and just stitching with a straight stitch over the top. Being careful not to pull the paper too much because it does obviously rip easily. Finally, I've got some tracing paper, so nice and sheer, and I'm just stitching a grid onto that. The next step is to take my calico circle, which is my template, and just cut each of the paper grids so that it's the same size as the circle, and then I can spend some time layering those together until I get the effect where I can see lots of the other grids showing through that top layer. And I think that tracing paper works particularly well for that. So here's my final sample on the theme of grids, and very easy to do, just using straight stitch and paper. So I look forward to seeing your creations. Have fun!